Alright, so we're going to take a few moments here and we'll try to do an LCM of these different numbers just so you can see how we do it. And there's some special cases here we're going to talk about as well that make a shortcut out of this. Okay, so one way to do this is by using just a list of multiples. So you can start out with, let me use some different colors here. List all the multiples of 12 and all the multiples of 18. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, right, and so on and so forth. Now the multiples of 18 are 18, 36, 54, 72. Those are all the multiples of 18. So the least common multiple, this really explains the idea of least common multiple. It's the number that is a common multiple. These are all multiples, right? That's the multiple part. These are all multiples. I need a common multiple, like 72 and 72 are common multiples. 36 and 36 are common multiples. I need the least, the smallest common. In other words, that's what we mean by least. The smallest multiple that is common to a list of multiples. So therefore, the LCM of 12 and 18 is 36. All right, that's one way to do it. Now, let me jump down here and show you some of these little tricks for some of these others down here. If one number goes into the other, so if the smaller number goes into the other, then it's just the bigger number. All right. So in this case, 3 goes into 15. So therefore, the LCM of 3 and 15 is just 15. Alright, that's a shortcut, because if you do what I just did with a list of multiples, right, you go 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and then 15's multiples, the very first multiple of 15 is 15, right? And so when one number is a multiple of the smaller number, then it's just the bigger number. Alright, now here's another rule that's a little bit harder to understand, but if the only common factor between two numbers is 1, between two numbers is 1, then the LCM is the product of the two numbers. All right, and that's what's going on here with 9 and 16. So what number goes into 9 and goes into 16? All right, think about that for a minute. What number goes into 9? What number goes into 16? So what numbers go into 9 and 16? All right, the only numbers that go into 9 are 1, 3, and 9, right? 1, 3, and 9 go into 9. What numbers go into 16? 1, 2, and 4, and 8, and 16 itself, right? So the only number that goes into both these numbers is 1, right? So that's when we have the only common factor between two numbers is 1, then the LCM is the product of the two numbers. So what we're saying is, in this case, the LCM for this one is just 9 times 16. All right, so 9 times 16 is going to be 144. All right. That's another kind of a shortcut. That's a little bit harder shortcut to understand, but that is a bit of a shortcut if you do see that going on with that. So now the way that I resort to when I have really big numbers and I'm just really not sure what to do, you can do the factor tree method. So let's do the factor tree for 60. All right, so 2 goes into 60. You get 30. 2 goes into 30. You get 15. Now 2 won't go into 15, so now we go up to 3, and 3 goes into 15 5 times. So 60 is the same as 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Alright, for 90, 2 goes into 90, 45. 2 doesn't go into 45, 3 goes into 45 15 times, and 3 goes into 15 5 times. So 90 is 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. Alright, so now to do this method, what you have to do is you go count which one has the most 2's. There's 1 2 right here, but over here I got 2 2's. So my LCM has 2 2's in it. You take